this video I will explain few questions which are given in the textbook. So these are the questions. Now we have to classify this statements either as true or false. Okay, so the first one is when two positive integers are added, we get a positive integer. Okay, so you have to classify this either as true or false. So this statement is true. Okay, so we will take few examples and try to understand this question. So when two positive integers are added, so I will consider two positive integers 7 and 3. 7 and 3. Okay, so when these two are added, okay, 7 plus 3, what will be the answer? It will be 10. So 10, this is also a positive integer. This is also a positive integer. So yes, whatever it is mentioned, it is right. We get a positive integer. So this is the first example. Second example, I'll consider as 5 and 2. 5 and 2. So when 5 and 2, these two positive integers are added, 5 plus 2, that gives you 7. So 7, this is also a positive integer. Next example, 10 and 7. 10 and 7. So 10 plus 7, that gives you 17. So this is also a positive integer. So we can conclude that when two positive integers are added, we always get a positive integer. Okay, so this is right. Next, when two negative integers are added, we get a positive integer. So first let us take an example and then we will conclude this. So when two negative integers, so the first example, I'll consider two negative integers minus 5 and minus 3. So what happens when you add this minus 5 and minus 3? I have already explained you that when two integers have same sign, in that case we have to take the sum of these two, that is absolute values. So the absolute value of minus 5 is 5. Absolute value of minus 3 is 3. So when I add these two, I will get 8. And then I will keep the sign which is common to the integers. So the sign which is common to the integers is minus. So that will be minus 8. Minus 8. So next example is minus 10 and minus 7. So what happens when you add minus 10 and minus 7? So again, these two integers have same sign. Okay, so same sign, that means I will take the absolute value of this, that is 10, and this is 7. So 10 plus 7 is 17. So now we have to decide the sign of the 17. So what is the sign? Since these have both common signs, okay, common signs, so that will be carried here. Okay, then we will take the sum. So it is minus 17. So we are getting a negative integer. This is a negative integer. This is a negative integer. This is a negative integer. Negative integer. So here they have mentioned that when two negative integers are added, we get a positive integer. No, in the first example also we got a negative integer. In the second example also we got a negative integer. So we will never get a positive integer when two negative integers are added. So this statement is false or incorrect. Okay, false or incorrect. So the third one, it says when a positive integer and a negative integers are added, we always get a negative integer. Okay, so let us take an example now. First, I will take a positive integer, that is 5. Negative integer minus 3. So, if I add these two, 5 plus minus 3. Okay, so in the previous video, I have explained you, while adding the two integers which are having different signs, then we have to take the difference of the absolute values. So what is the difference of this absolute values? So the absolute value of plus 5 is 5. Absolute value of minus 3 is 3. So now I will take the difference of these two, that will be equal to 2. So answer will be 2. And now you have to decide the sign of the sum here. So what is the sign? See, greater absolute value is 5. I have told you that we will take the sign of the absolute value, that is a larger absolute value. So plus, it is having plus, right? So this is plus. Yes, we have got a positive integer. Positive integer. So you might conclude from this example that it is a positive integer. We always get a positive integer. So what happens? You may write it as incorrect. But take another one example, okay, which is having, means the larger value is having a negative sign. Okay, minus 5 and plus 3. Minus 5 and plus 3. So here also we will see. Okay, so minus 5 plus 3. So again these two are having different signs. I will take the difference of the absolute values. Absolute value of minus 5 is 5. Absolute value of plus 3 is 3. So the difference is 2. And the larger absolute value is 5. So I will take the sign of that, that is minus 2. Okay. So this is a negative integer. Negative integer. So we have two different cases here. So when a positive integer and a negative integer are added, we always get a negative integer. So this is false because we have seen two examples. In one case we are getting a negative integer. In another case we are getting a positive integer. So it is false. Okay. So next is additive inverse of an integer 8 is minus 8. And additive inverse of minus 8 is 8. Yes, that is true, because I have already explained you about the concept of additive inverse. So I have told you if there is plus 8, the additive inverse will be 8 only, but you have to change the sign of this. So it will be minus 8. And if you have minus 8, you will write the 8 as it is. You will change the sign here, that is plus 8. So this is true. This is true or correct. Correct. Okay. True or correct. This is false or incorrect. Next, for subtraction, we add additive inverse of the integer that is being subtracted to the other integer. For example, if you have 8 minus 7. 8 minus 7. What I told you, I will take 8 and what I will do, I will change the sign to plus, and this is my subtrahend. I will change the sign of this. This is a positive 7. I will change the sign, so it becomes minus 7. So what is this? This is 1. Answer is 1. So what is minus 7? That is the additive inverse of plus 7. So now I am adding this to 8. Okay. So we are adding the additive inverse. We are adding the additive inverse of the integer that is being subtracted. So 7 is being subtracted from 8. So what I did, I just changed the subtraction sign to the addition sign, and then I took the additive inverse of the subtrahend. Okay. So this is true or correct. Next is minus 10 plus 3 is equal to 10 minus 3. Is it right? So let us check it. Let us check it. So minus 10 plus 3. So this is the addition of two integers which is having different sign. So what is the absolute value of minus 10? It is 10. What is the absolute value of this? That is 3. So what is the difference of 10 and 3? That is 7. Okay, that is 7. Now we have to decide the sign. So the larger absolute value is 10 because 10 is greater than 3. So what is the sign of 10? It is minus. So here it will be minus 7. Next, what is this? 10 minus 3. 10 minus 3. So I have told you to perform subtraction, we can also convert it to addition. How? Keeping this minuend as it is, changing the subtraction sign to addition sign. Now taking the additive inverse of this, that is minus 3. So what is this? 10 and minus 3. We are adding 10 and minus 3. So both are having different signs. Take the absolute value 10 and absolute value of minus 3 is 3. So what is the difference of this? That is 7. Now what is the sign? 10 is greater than 3. So the 10 has positive sign. So this is plus 7. So is minus 7 equal to plus 7? Is it equal? No, it is not equal. So this is incorrect. But if they had mentioned it as 3 minus 10, okay, or like this 3 plus minus 10, this would be minus 7, okay, 3 plus minus 10, but 10 minus 3 is not equal to minus 10 plus 3, okay. So the last one is 8 plus minus 7, 8 plus minus 7, minus 4, minus 4. So first I will solve this. 8 plus minus 7. So 8 absolute value is 8. Minus 7 absolute value is 7. Both are having different signs. So I will take the difference. And now the sign of 8, which is a larger absolute value. So it is plus 1. Next take this as it is, minus 4. Now we have got the subtraction. Convert this to addition. Okay, 1. Change this sign plus, what is the additive inverse of 4? That is minus 4. That is 4. So 1 plus 4, that is equal to 5. Okay. So the answer for the left hand side is 5. Now 8 plus 7. 8 plus 7 minus 4. So first let me solve 8 plus 7. 8 plus 7, you know that is 15. Okay. 15. Now take this as it is, 15 minus 4. What is 15 minus 4? We can also convert this to addition, taking the additive inverse of 4. So this one will be equal to 11. 11. So 5 and 11, is it equal? No. So 5 is not equal to 11. So this is incorrect. This is incorrect or false. Okay. So these are the answers to these questions.